Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox. And of course, in any athletic exercise, a man is always going to be bigger, faster, and stronger than a woman. And it is no different in the sport of golf, because of course a man will be able to hit a ball much further than a woman by dint of being stronger. And so it seems rather odd that a man has just been awarded his player card for the ladies' PGA. And yet this has happened. Let's have a look at this article. So, golfer is set to become the first man to win coveted Ladies Professional Golf Association tour card after seeing off competition at qualifier. Hayley Davison, 29, is on his way to becoming the first man to earn an LPGA, or is that LGBT, I don't know, tour card after success in the first 2 days of the Stage 1 qualifiers. He shot 70 on Thursday and hit 76 during the second round on Friday. According to the LPGA's rules, any player who shoots under 88 after all 3 rounds will earn a 2023 Epsom Tour status. Davison last competed as a male golfer in 2015, undergoing hormone therapy and completing his transition in 2021. He says he now hits the ball 15 miles an hour slower and labelled the majority of criticisms against his dream of competing as transphobic. The LPG Tour had removed its female at birth requirement back in 2010. Now, he says he is hitting the ball 15 miles an hour slower, but that's not necessarily due to any hormone treatment. That could be his deliberate decision to hit that, to make it look like he's not an absolute cheat, which of course he is. A golfer is posed to become the first transgender woman to earn a Ladies Professional Golf Association tour card after beating much of his competition in the first 2 qualifying rounds. Hayley Davison, 29, had a strong finish in the first 2 rounds of the stage of the tour and qualifying school in Palm Springs this week. Davison, a Scottish native who lives in Florida, well, you'd think he could just wear a kilt if he wants that, don't you? Shot 70 in the first round at Shadow Ridge Golf Club in Palm Desert, California on Thursday, and a 76 during the second round on Friday. According to the LPGA rules, any player who shoots under 88 after all 3 rounds will earn a 2023 Epsom Tour status, the official qualifying tour for the LPGA. There's a picture of him. And there's another picture of him with his manly stance, broad shoulders, muscular frame, very thick, muscular neck, like a typical man would have. Anyway, competing against 310 women, Davison has tied at 59th place and appears to be in a good position to pass the first stage and move on to stage 2 in October against the top 100 players. The LPG Tour had removed its female at birth requirement back in 2010 because of course it did, because it knows that the future of women's golf is male. Davison last competed as a male golfer in 2015, after which he began hormone therapy treatments and underwent gender reassignment surgery in 2021. I know I have what it takes from being around professional golfers on the LPGA and PGA and Champions Tour over recent years and staying very competitive with them. No, you're lying. Because if you were competitive with the men, you wouldn't have decided to give it up and become a woman in order to win some trophies. While I know I have the talent and mental game to make a career out of playing, the initial cost of tournaments and practice expenses is what truly holds me back. Yeah, you couldn't make it as a man, so you thought you'd become a woman and use your manly strength to your advantage. So, while failing to make qualifiers that year, because he was competing against other men who were much better than him, Davison stayed competitive in other tournaments, ending one match just 3 shots behind the 2010 Women's Open champ, Paula Creamer. The majority of Davison's time has been spent competing on the East Coast Women's Pro Golf Tour, winning 3 of the last 5 matches before the summer qualifiers. Although the top male golfers can typically hit the ball further than their female counterparts, Davison claims that the majority of criticism about his competing in the women's circuit is transphobic rather than a real dialogue over the sport. No, it's not transphobic. You're a cheat. You're a man competing against women because you are not competitive against men. And so you're using your male strength, your male puberty, your male advantages to beat women. You sad loser. I've seen that it's not about protecting women's sport. Oh, it very, very is about protecting women's sport. or me having an advantage. You do have an advantage. It's just that you don't like trans people. No, we don't like cheats. We don't like men competing directly against women in a physical sport. And if you don't get that, then you're an idiot. But you're not an idiot. You know exactly what you're doing. He said it's very sad that that's what it comes down to in the last couple of months. But it's what I've come to learn. What you've come to learn, that people don't like cheats. Davison's expected success. Oh, of course it's expected. You're a man. In the first round comes amid a culture war in America over regulation, and not just in America to be honest, all over the world, over regulations in allowing men to compete in women's sports. And although professional bodies like the LPGA and the PGA set up their own rules and regulations, debates have erupted across the country, and indeed the world, over athletes competing in high school and college. The issue took centre stage this year with UPenn swimmer Leah Thomas, a man who was competing in women's collegiate swimming for a year and a half after transitioning. After deciding that he couldn't beat men, so he's going to race against women and use his natural male strength to his advantage. Thomas went on to break several women's records, much to the dismay of several of his teammates. Well, this is what happens when you allow this kind of cheating. Professional Competitive Swimming Association FINA has since effectively banned men from competing in women's swimming by saying they must have begun transition before puberty kicked in, which is illegal or almost impossible to do across most of the US, and that is fine if you have to make decisions. And if you really desperately want to pretend to be a woman, you have to be prepared to give up your sport. You can't have it both ways. By the summer, 18 states had outlawed transgender students from competing in girls' sports. One notable example is Ohio, which passed a bill requiring students accused of being transgender to provide a doctor's note detailing their sexual anatomy, their testosterone levels, and their genetic makeup. In New Jersey, Republican lawmakers proposed the Fairness in Women's Sport Act, which would require female student athletes to verify the nature of their genitals to compete. I think that's completely wrong. Why should a woman have to provide proof that she's a woman? The man has to provide proof that he's not a man. Let's put it the correct way. The bill sponsor, Senator... sorry, just seen his name. The bill sponsor, Senator Michael Tester... Well, you couldn't make that up, could you? Compared genitalia checks to random drug tests that college athletes are subjected to, and said he didn't foresee any problems with irate parents accusing girls of being transgender. This is a cheat. This is a man, and he just, look, the way he stands, everything is man about him. This is a man who could not cut it in men's golf, and so said, I know, I can win trophies if I pretend to be a woman. How very sad of him. Anyway, I shall come up. If he gets his tour card and he starts playing on the ladies' tour, on the very first tournament, on the very first day, at the very first hole, he'll put the tee down, he'll put the ball on the tee, he'll step up to it, and he will hit it a long way. And the very moment he hits that ball, every woman in that tournament needs to stop playing, put their clubs back in their bag, them and their caddy wander off, back to the changing rooms, get changed, get in their cars, and bugger off. Let him win the tournament. Let him be the only player in the tournament. Of course, there'll be no money then, because the fans, the golfing fans, won't pay money to go and see these tournaments. There'll be no one there. The advertising will fail. The money will be pulled out. If there's no women and it's only a couple of sad men who aren't very good golfers, because let's face it, they can't be that good if they have to play as women, because they're not good enough to play as men, then there'll be no money in the sport and they can give it up and the whole sport will die. And that's what the LPGA wants. The LPGA wants ladies golf to disappear. It wants men to take over ladies golf, because I don't know, maybe it just doesn't like women. Maybe it just feels that the problem with ladies golf is that there's not enough men. Who knows? But that's the only cure. Ladies, don't play against men. Look at the opponent. If he's a man, just stop playing. You can't win. You can't hit it as far as him. Every well, but I would suggest every hole that's longer than a par 3 is directly his advantage. Where you're having to hit 2 long shots, he's having to hit 1 long shot and a chip. He's going to win. Anyway, so round it there. If you like what you see on the channel, please hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Ring the bell for notifications of future output. Leave a like, leave a comment, share the video, and until next time, stay safe, stay well. Don't let men play off the ladies' tees, and goodbye.